to anybody who is here. We are the Minnesota Spirit Hunters, and we're here to just communicate.
Hello, everyone. I am Brandon. I am the tech manager and co-host on Minnesota Minnesota podcast, and we have Rochelle over here on that side, and then Mike down there, and then we have Austin from iSpook with us.
Hey, Austin.
What's up?
Oh. So, why don't you take us back to the beginning and tell us what got you into the business?
All right. So, a long time ago when I was a little kid, I used to watch Ghost Adventures. Oh, I still do anyways, but I watched Ghost Adventures and I thought that was always cool. And then watching Paranormal Activity, the movie, thought that was pretty cool. I want to see something like that in real life, all that dragging going on. Yeah. I wanted to see something like that, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since I always liked that. And then when I was in the military, my friend convinced me to let's try to hunt ghosts, and that's what we did, and I love it.
Very cool.
So what gave you the idea for the naming your team?
iSpook? Well, I always have my name Spooky on here. And I thought like something creative, something different. And so I thought about it, and then I just want to do iSpook. Thought about it. I did a lot of research too. So why not put iSpook, like iSpook? That sounds cool to me.
Yeah.
Oh. I know there's a whole bunch of questions that he sent me. So,
Is it just you and your friend then? You're from Army that do it?
Yeah. Well, I got out of the military and I moved to Washington to be with my fiance.
Okay.
And I haven't started any of that yet because I'm still currently on break from the paranormal because there's a lot of stuff going on and they wore me down. So I decided to take a break and focus on financial issues to get that settled and get that out of the way, and then I'll be coming back.
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of a big one. I mean, if you can't, make sure that everything's good beforehand, then I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So, what is the general location where you guys used to usually go and investigate?
So in North Carolina, I don't know. It's like all around North Carolina because when I was in the military, I was like right in the middle of North Carolina. So I was just like an hour or two away from all the cities or the locations. So usually I go up north with Jonathan Myers from Crossover Paranormal, and we always investigate with each other. And so he always got stuff for me to go up north in North Carolina with.
There's a lot of history on the East Coast.
A lot, yeah. There's so many things that happen on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's different.
So, have you ever had a nope moment?
A nope moment?
where you walked into a place and you're just like, nope, not happening.
Doesn't sound like it. He wants to be dragged around and stuff. So
in my head, I'm saying, "Oh no, what am I doing?" Because I stand there, I look like if I go somewhere's abandoned, and I look, and I'm like, "Oh no, what am I doing?" It can be some weirdo in here, or it could be some crazy in here too. So I'm like, I don't know. But usually I have somebody next to me, so I'm the one that be like, "Let's go, let's get it." But inside, I'm like, "Oh God, oh no."
The thing that I was always worried about with abandoned places is like, and you end up going through the freaking floor. That's what I was always worried about.
The floor? Oh yeah, there's a lot of that's a nope for me. I'm not going up there.
Like here in Minnesota, there was an old asylum and mansion that was literally like 8 miles from where we live, like right now. And me and Carl went there with a couple of other friends that we investigated one time. You know, walking around, we didn't have any really equipment back then besides like our cell phones. And we ended up getting into the actual mansion because there was a tunnel that led from the asylum up to the mansion underground. And we were able to get into the mansion and everything. And like you got up to the second floor of the mansion. I mean, like the floor was like a sponge. Like you could feel it like shift and move. And it was bad.
That's a no.
Yeah.
That is a big no.
Yeah. So what are your plans once you do come back to the paranormal?
Well, I want to still run my team iSpook. Hopefully I get a couple of people here. I know there's a team here that's like Paraventos Squeakers.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, she got a couple places for me to go to around the area here. And hopefully I can get like a couple of people on my team and get back to it.
Yep.
I want to do it. I miss it. But every time like I want to go out, like outside here, it starts snowing and being icy. I'm like, no, I can't do it because I'm from Florida, so I don't do ice.
yeah.
I don't do all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, here, you know, once it starts getting cold, it's snow and ice pretty much for what, 3-4 months, you know, at least.
We get everyone relearning how to drive on it the first few days. And
Yep. Yeah, your first big snowfall, everybody's like, oh my God. But that's where you could tell the people that have lived up here for a long time, they're still, you know, they get the first snow and it's like, okay. They already know what's going on.
oh,
Same rodeo.
Yep. But no, Squeakers is an awesome person. I've done some podcasts with her and whatnot before, and she's a pretty cool person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you start working with her, yeah, she'll probably be able to get you to some really good places.
That's what she wants. She wants a working team. And she saw the videos and saw me and Jonathan working with each other, and she really liked that. So she's got a couple of places, and she's hopefully my team and her team can get together and do something in the future.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I know it's not planning right now, but I know everyone's talking about it. Is like we're Oregon. There's a place in Oregon, and Patty Patty was thinking about coming over to Oregon and doing some investigations over there with PDX.
no.
So it was be a big investigation over there in Oregon.
PDX, that's
Emmy.
What's her name?
Emmy.
Yeah, Emmy, yeah. She's a freaking riot to have on freaking podcasts too.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh yeah. So, what is the best evidence that you think you've caught so far?
Dang. There's a couple of them. There's one with the rocking chair that was pushed right next to me when I was at the Trevette clinic with Jonathan. And I was looking inside a closet, and that chair is like right next to me. All I hear was a tap, and I jumped, and I saw the chair moving. And that freaked me out. I got out of that room real quick. I wasn't ready for that.
But you still want something to be pulled and pushed around in a room with you, huh?
We kind of had something like that last time we were at the Boyd house. It was me, my wife, and 2 other investigators. We were sitting in the playroom, it was a playroom for what the kids were, when they were there. And we were sitting in there, we're talking, we're getting, doing EVPs, all that. And all of a sudden, right next to me on the floor, there's like this old wooden dog with a spring tail. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And like, I'm sitting there and all of a sudden we see it like move like an inch and the spring tail is just going.
No.
Like, okay.
Yeah. There's another one too. Well, I have a lot of them. Also at the Trevette Clinic, Jonathan and I and his team were just sitting down, and there was a piano in one of the rooms. And no, we turned it on. We left it alone. It started going off when Jonathan was there. He called everyone back. We sat down. It was quiet. Piano started playing again, and that was the last time we heard the piano play. It was on the whole time, and that's the only time that it last played. And that was crazy. It just started playing.
Cool.
What's your idea on like apps versus like a regular spirit box?
That's iffy. I like to use the spirit box. I don't like using my phone because that's I don't know about the phone.
Yeah.
The spirit box is more like the equipment itself, and you have the phone, which the app can put some stuff in it, and you don't know. So it's I'd rather use the spirit box for more of an answer than an app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few people say, that the spirit box is a lot more because there's nothing going into it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that do use the apps, and I mean, some people it has worked really well, but at the same time, I mean, anything that goes off your phone, it could have stuff put into it.
Mm-hmm.
What I thought about, it's just a weird thought. It's not what I actually thought. It's just a weird thought. It's like, people are using these apps, and when they're talking, maybe someone is on the other side of that app hears you and talking back to you. That's about one of my weird thoughts. Like, maybe they actually have a conversation with them.
Trippy.
Okay, so
that's why I don't use it. I don't know about it.
I'd love to get that job though, because I would totally mess with people.
Oh my god, you can just start cussing people out and everything. I'm coming for you. Don't sleep tonight.
So plans for the future for iSpook, after teaming up with Squeakers.
Hopefully I can I like doing I love editing, and editing is like one of my favorite things to do. It's like a side thing for me. I just love editing, and hopefully I can edit like professionally and have like a professional YouTube series or any web series out in the future. Hopefully, like what my plan is to have like subscription that keeps the team going. It puts the money that money goes into the team with the equipments and all that, and fundings for us to go out of state or go to a different city that's quite a few hours away. And then like a subscription, like $5 a week or $5 every 2 weeks or every month. Some little subscription like that will just like a web series. That's what I'm thinking in the future to help fund the team. I won't never charge for an investigation, but for like a web series, it's just something to just help out the team a little bit. So that's just an idea.
Almost like starting up like an editing team just on the side, for kind of like a small business to help go with the paranormal.
Yeah.
Yep. I get what
and
you
hopefully
mean.
we put that money back, like investing that money and invest into something else, and get just every time we invest it, it just gets bigger and bigger. That's my plan.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a really good idea. I mean, because if you can, get people to start coming and wanting you to edit everything, and I mean, then you got the funding for your team and everything else, so then you'd have no problem.
Yeah. That's why I want to. Hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
A lot of work, but yeah.
It's a lot of work. Hours of work.
Yep. Do you have any teams in particular in the future that you'd like to work with?
No, every team.
Every team, huh?
Every team.
Who's ever available?
Because I learn different from everybody else. So if there's a team investigating and then they have a certain way, then they have a different team a certain way, and then you got somebody else who does a certain way, I just learn from all of them, and then I mix my stuff with their stuff and
Definitely
see if that works out.
Right.
Oh.
So how long have you been doing this for?
Last year. So, last year.
So,
Is it? Yeah, last year. A little over a year.
nice.
So what all of equipment do you use?
Spirit box, the laser grid. I got a laser pen. Also, I got the Wonder Box where it filters out the spirit box and it echoes. Have that. I use that a lot. SLS camera. I have to fix that because the camera broke, so I have to get another camera. Right, an SLS camera. A 360 grid, which is like movement, detects movement. I got an EVP watch that I got from Ghost Stop, so I won't hold the EVP. I just leave it running when it's on my wrist.
Nice.
What I mainly use.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite piece out of all those?
Spirit box.
Spirit box?
That's my go-to. I love talking, and if they talking trash, I love to talk trash back. If that's how we got to talk to each other, all right, I'll talk to you like that too.
I've gotten sworn at so many times on investigations, it's not even funny.
I know that's their property. If it's an abandoned place, I know they like stay there and that's their property and all that. But I let them know it's not their property anymore because it's gone and it's a free area. But I'm not gonna disrespect your area, and they don't care. They just disrespect me. I'm just like, okay, if you're playing like this, then we're gonna talk to each other like this. There's one house in North Carolina. It was just down the street from me when I lived there. It was a mansion, like a kind of mini mansion. And in the attic, I was having my spirit box going. It says there's a devil in the attic. And then I came back there again with my Wonder Box. I was like, is there a devil in the attic? It said yes to me. And then I was like, okay. And it told me go up there and go look. I was like, I'm not gonna go look. I'm not gonna be set up.
Yeah.
I was like, you tell the devil in the attic, come down. I ain't going up.
Anybody that was investigating with you go up there?
No, nobody. It's scary. Yeah. It's not scary. It's just like you said, upstairs, broken, unleveled. I'm scared. Yeah. Like if I step one move, I'm falling down.
Oh wow. Yeah, I used to do construction a whole bunch when I was a teenager. So I mean, I got used to being able to walk just across just the trusses. So whenever I used to go and check out the abandoned places, that's what I would look for. Is I would look for where the trusses were, and I would be making sure that's where I put my foot, like every time I took a step, just to be safe.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going into. A couple of times I stepped on nails in certain places, and it just hurts. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, let's hurry up and finish this investigation so I can fix this nail problem because I don't know what's on that nail.
Yep. Oh no. Another question for you. Another one that Marcus usually wants me to ask a lot of people. What are your thoughts on like episodes? How often do you think you're going to be releasing episodes and stuff?
Right now, if once we get started and all that, I want to do like twice a week, one on the weekend, and one like middle of the week.
Yeah.
But if like we start rolling with this professional stuff that I'm trying to do, like the $5 a month thing, once a week.
Yeah.
So like 4 videos every month, something just keep everybody on their toes, because I don't want to keep pushing out videos and then it just, I don't know how you say, but like your team or your videos would just be dull and be the same old, and it won't keep people around. I like to keep people around. So wait until next week, you got another video. Keep them around a little
I
bit.
get what you mean, because if you do once a week, usually, I mean, you're able to like travel from place to place and all that stuff, and you get to see a lot of different places at the same time. So
yeah, and then you can just post videos, like you get videos ready, and once you get your videos ready, you could just take a break, and then it'll just YouTube does that uploads itself. So
yep. You ever do any work with mediums?
never.
I think that they are very handy to have on investigations. Very handy.
Yeah,
Good
I
answer,
never,
Brandon. Good
never
answer.
met
Brandon.
one. Never.
Well, Rochelle's a medium.
Hello.
Yep. Hi. Yep.
Yeah, I never had a
There's been-
medium on investigation. I never met a medium.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we're useful. Sometimes we're a pain in the butt.
There have been some times where like nobody has told her anything, and like she pinpoints like stuff that happened and everything else, and everybody's like, "Yep."
Yeah.
Now they're starting to believe me when I say you guys need to shut up for a while. Somebody's pissed.
That was Marcus at the Boyd house.
I know.
Yeah,
But that was a few of them.
that's a fun time right there.
Mhm.
Have you ever been to the Boyd house yet, or no?
Now, is that Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have it, but I want to travel to places.
Boyd house is a good one. It really is.
That other one.
Well, we were supposed to go back or go there, December, but it just got moved to January.
Yeah, the team's going out there for the second time in December. I think it's the 21st?
Yeah, I had it moved.
We got moved to January now.
January now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why you moved it.
I don't know what's going on.
So with your editing thing, are you going to be like having other teams bring their stuff in and you're just going to be doing the editing for them, or how are you going to work that part?
Yeah, if they want to bring videos, yeah, I can edit for them.
Okay.
And you're a glutton for punishment. That's hours of sitting there, man.
But it's fun. When you get done, you present the projects and everyone's looked at it like, oh my God, that's so cool. Oh my God, like, I didn't believe I got so many stuff on film. That's crazy. Because it's different. Like when you start editing it, it's different when you're there on investigations, and then when you start editing it, it's different. And then when somebody else hears it, like the third time hearing it, it's different because someone else is hearing it. And they're like, oh, you missed that. That something happened here on this spot.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's usually like what that editor will happen.
Me, I like using the spirit box and camera. That's my favorite to use because I'm the tech, I'm one of the tech guys, and I don't know, after setup and everything else, I mean, it's just I like walking around with the camera because you get to see what everybody else is doing and you get to see everything that's going on behind them.
So you're the camera guy of the group?
I'm one of them. Mike's another one of them.
Yeah.
I think some investigations we're all the way on like different sides, and like we don't even know where each other are. We use walkies the whole 9 yards, and then you got really small ones where everybody's like crammed into one area.
Telling people to shut up.
Yeah. What? No.
So in the future, you're pretty much looking for any team that would be willing to pretty much do, investigations with you, on in different areas, right?
Yeah. And that'll be cool.
That's what we're shooting for too. And I mean, it's just sometimes you get teams that will work really good with you, and then sometimes, there's teams that I don't think would work really well. I mean, like there's been times where we've had a team cancel on us before, and same thing with podcasts. I mean, you get some people that cancel, some people that actually show up, and it's one of those things.
I know. I show up to investigate.
Maybe you muted. There you go.
Hello?
We can hear you now.
I can hear you.
I usually like when I go on investigations with other teams, I usually don't cancel unless something drastic happens.
Yeah.
I think I only cancel like once, and that's when something drastic was happening.
Yeah, same thing here. We don't really cancel, unless we really have to. Once we usually have an investigation in place, unless something really comes up where not a whole lot of members can make it, then we usually, either like postpone it, move it to like the next weekend or something like that. You know what I mean?
Like the dang snow?
Yeah, if you end up getting a blizzard, there's no way that you're really going to get out and do an investigation.
You're trapped.
All right, so we have an intermission here quick. And then after the intermission, I will let Rochelle and Mike ask you some questions.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie.
All right. And we're back. I love it. He's been talking about snow and ice, and I'm sitting here, doing the podcast, and I'm hearing thunder and I'm seeing lightning.
Oh yeah.
Minneapolis today.
It's supposed to be cold this weekend.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like snowstorms tomorrow and like bad ones up north.
Yeah, they were talking. Duluth is supposed to be getting a friggin' blizzard tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's going from like 70s down to like 30 below.
Minnesota.
Have fun. I'm in that weather right now.
And I work outside in it.
Oofda. Oh. I've still got a couple of buddies that are doing construction, and They say during the winter it sucks.
Yep.
If you don't have the right gear and all that, they said it gets brutal.
Yeah, I got sent up north to Duluth last year. It was -20 out, and the wind chill was -40.
Oh my god.
We're outside for 5 hours.
Oh man.
And I was doing an investigation in Virginia with Jonathan. Man, that was cold. I was head to toe. I was gloved, everything, beanie, everything, hood up. It was cold. It was like, I think it was under 20 degrees because we're on top of the mountain in Virginia. It was freezing.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So everybody's got a blooper that they do. I mean, have you had like a funniest kind of blooper thing that you've done so far?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Like funniest moment.
Only thing the bloopers I have was when I was at the battleship scaring people.
Oh, geez.
Scaring Matt, scaring PDX, scaring a lot of people.
Yeah.
And another blooper was when Jonathan set me up with his dad with the security guard that was just hitting in the dark. I took a picture because the pictures is like the printable pictures. So I flashed me when the flash went off. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, dude, I see somebody. I see something moving. He's like, yeah, take another picture. Took another picture, flashed me again. This time my camera started, like the picture started coming in. It was his dad and the security guard right next to each other. I was like, what? Are you serious? I blinded myself twice for this. I threw the picture at Jonathan. I was like, keep it. It's yours. So I believe he kept it or he gave it to Matt. Somebody has it. Either Matt has it or Jonathan has it, and they kept it.
A
Yeah.
little bit of feedback, maybe? What about your scariest, or haven't you had one yet?
The scariest has to be it's torn. Sadly, it's torn down. It's like one of my best places. It was at a nursing home, and the nursing home has like a pink bathroom, a pink room. I don't know what it's called. I think it's a pink. It's called the pink room. Oh no, it's called the pink bathroom. I was like, where's the pink room at? And on the spirit box it says it's the pink bathroom. You dumbass. I was like, whoa. I was like, wait, whoa. I was like, that shocked me because I was clear, and I was like, wait, what? So I found the room. Apparently, it's supposed to be that's the only demonic spirit there because during that time back in the day, it trapped a little girl there, raped her, killed her, and then he killed himself in that same room. So I was in that room. He was telling me it's called a pink bathroom, and he was calling me names, and I was like, I want you to come next to me and I want you to hold my hand. And I'm not talking to the little girl. I'm talking to you, the killer. The you that wants to do nasty things to little girls. And he was like, I'm holding your hand. I was like, okay. And then I wanted to come back, leave because I felt like too much energy was there. So I was like, all right, I need to go somewhere else, calm down a bit because I was getting angry. Coming through the spirit box, the little girl was like, please help me.
Aww.
Wow.
I was like, no, I didn't hear that until I started editing. I was like, oh no.
Wow.
I can't. It's on my TikTok. I can't listen to the same videos. It would just make me sad.
Yeah.
It really wants me to go back over there and be like, yo, hey, I can't do nothing, but I want to just cuss the guy out.
Yeah.
It's sad because the little girl's asking for help.
Yeah.
We've got a place where there's actually a kid spirit, and you know, me and my wife and Marcus, we've gone down there, we've tried talking to him, and we've tried helping before. Problem is there's something that keeps coming through and trying to block as soon as you start making communication.
Really?
You get to talk to the child spirit for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then after that there's something that comes through and just blocks you and like tries to block everything else from coming through as well. all you get is like leave, go, get out of here, leave. That's all you get through the spirit box after this one shows up.
Is that bridge?
Yeah, it's right down there where the bridge used to be. Yep.
And another scary thing is when I went to West Virginia, my SB7 did not work the whole entire night. At this place, it's called the, I forgot what it's called. It's a museum, but it's where a bunch of native tribes, bunch of them, different types of tribes that was there. Back in the day, they had slavery still, so it was a mix of a lot of things that's in West Virginia. So I was trying to find the slave, the little boy, but I'll try to talk to him because he's a talkative person. That's what the guy said before he left. He's like, this guy is a talkative person. If you want to talk to somebody, he will talk to you. Nothing would come through. I was upstairs, and this person got affected by one of the spirits, and then I was asking. Now I was like, who affected? Who affected? And it said, I think it says, "Am angry now," or it says, "Am angry now," and get out.
Oh.
That was it. I didn't hear anything else after that. That was it. It went back to nothing. No radio, no nothing. That's the only thing I heard. I was like, what?
Yeah.
The whole night on my spirit box.
I've had places, yeah, where you're out in the country and yeah, I mean, there's not even a freaking station coming in. It's just straight static.
Yeah. And then when I hear somebody come through, and that's the only time it came through, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, oh, uh-oh.
Well.
So when you're on investigations, do you taunt like spirits? I know you said you're a big Ghost Adventures fan.
Yeah,
because when
times I do.
He totally taunted and was like, push me, like, just, and now he's just a totally different person. Oh.
Yeah, I do taunt him. I tell him I want them to do something. I was like, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm open now. I'm opening myself to you. So do something. I'm giving you permission. They're just aggravating me. And so when that happens and I start getting aggravated, and sometimes when they don't answer, it just aggravates me more. And I was like, I need you to speak. And I start cussing at it, like not full blown cussing it out. I was like, don't be a bitch. Speak up. I try to taunt him to get something going because I don't know. It just feels like when you know there's something there, but they're being too stubborn, or you're hearing noises, but they don't want to say anything to you. It just makes me angry. I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk to you.
Do you feel like that helps, or does that rile them up at all?
Well, this one place it riles them up. It says, it told me it's gonna hurt me. And I was like, "You gonna hurt me?" And then that's when I started really provoking. And then I put the camera down, and I sat right there in the middle of the room, middle of the hallway. I was like, "All right, I'm in a pitch black. I can't see you. Come hurt me. I want you to hurt me right now." I was calling it out. I was like, then I started cussing it out. I was like, "You're gonna tell me you're gonna hurt me? I want you to hurt me. Do something. Don't say you ain't gonna do it." But that was it. It was just. That's all I heard is, "I am gonna hurt you."
Well, I mean, I've had times too where stuff is being stubborn, and you just keep trying to talk to them, even though they're telling you to leave or telling you to get out, and that's that's one reason I think why I've gotten sworn at a lot is because I just don't take no for an answer.
Me neither. I was like,
I keep pushing. I mean, I do it respectfully. I'm not swearing at them or anything like that, but I keep pushing until I get a response. Sometimes it's not the response quite that you want, but
but since then I kind of died it down a little bit because everything's just been happening, like their communication and like everything's been happening. So I don't know. I don't have time to provoke anymore.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I really want to provoke if it's like a demonic or a evil spirit. That's why I really like to provoke, because I want to push it to its limits. I want to see what it can do. Because if I hear something bad happen, I want to make sure do it to me too. Do it to me when somebody's talking to you. Don't do it to somebody who's weak. Do it to somebody who's talking to you.
Yeah.
No, that's what I do because I want to figure it out. Like me, I'm like more open. Like I want to figure stuff out. I want to like see it as an experience. I was like, that's how I am as an investigator. It's like I want to experience this. I want to know. Like I want to know this firsthand. Like tell me how it feels. I want to feel it.
Are you ever afraid of like taking anything home with you?
Yeah.
Take anything home with me?
Yeah.
Couple of them.
Like when you finish up, do you like tell them they can't come with you and they need to stay, or?
Yeah, I say that sometimes. When I know I'm provoking hard, that's when I say it. But when I'm not provoking and everything's cool, I don't usually say it. Sometimes I do. I'm like, all right, guys, stay here. No, you can't come with me. Sometimes I forget because my adrenaline's running. I'm out. I get out. I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's like adrenaline rush. And then I forget to say, don't follow me.
Yeah.
So I have a guy that's named Mike. He's from one of the old convalescent centers I went to that was abandoned. Cool guy. I was last investigation. I was like, I'm gonna miss you guys, and then he comes through the spirit box because I was asking for Mike. He's like, I'm gonna miss you too, and then I lost at that point. I started crying, so I don't know what happened. My emotions, their emotions, it just got onto me because that was my go-to place. It was just down the street for me. It was like 20 minutes away, and I went there and we like built it. Even though I provoked, there was like two different sides. There was like a cool side, and then the left side is like the really bad side. And it's like I felt like I kept like distancing from them hurting the good side, and the good side crossing over to the bad side. And I had to leave that, and I feel bad because I had to leave that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully somebody else investigates can do better than me.
Last time that we were at the Boyd house, me and my wife, we were getting into the vehicle to leave, and she went through the spiel of, you can't follow me, you need to stay here, blah, 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 what we usually do. And this is before I got into the vehicle. I was walking around the vehicle after I put something in to get into the driver's side, and she's saying this, and I seen something fly from the back seat and smack her in the back of the arm.
Ooh.
And as soon as I got in, she's looking at me. She's like, did you see anything? I'm like, yeah, I seen a plastic bottle fly up at you. I'm like, what the hell was that all about? And she's like, well, I was saying that they can't follow me. I'm like, oh, so you pissed something off. Gotcha.
Like, yeah, take this with you then.
It's usually how it works, too. When you don't have a camera rolling is usually when you get, like, the best stuff.
Yes, I don't have a camera. I'm walking in. I'm like, dude, did you hear that? I'm hearing somebody talk. And then when I flash the camera, it's like, they don't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have to like kind of provoke a little bit so you can get something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's nothing after that. I'm like, oh my God. And then you turn off the camera and you leave, something else happens. And you're just like, dude, I am tired. Why? Why can you do this when the camera was on?
Oh, yeah.
So if someone wants you to help them edit, how do they get a hold of you?
Facebook, Twitter. I think my Twitter is
Facebook, Twitter.
Provoke. Yeah. Twitter's you can contact me is the easiest. Facebook, if you can find me in Facebook groups, I'll see my message.
Okay.
Or you can just tag me like if you're in a Facebook group, you can just tag me in a group and then I'll comment. I'll say something.
Okay.
Or you go to the iSpook group and say something. I don't care. Whatever is best.
Okay.
Yeah, because they can just look up your group, iSpook, and you got probably a way where they can get a hold of you from there and whatnot. So.
Or you can go to Squeaker, or you can go to Matt. Go to anybody. Those two, they come to me.
Well, they help out a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I actually went down to Pennsylvania earlier this year and met up with Matt and went to a couple places. That was really fun. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, Matt, I know he's here. He's a little crazy. I met him on the ship. We got the military crazies in us.
Mhm.
What branch of the military do you serve?
Army?
Army?
Yeah, I was in Fort Bragg. I was with Special Forces group.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Well, thank you for your service.
Right.
Do you guys ever have anything?
Usually at that point, I feel awkward when people say that. Because I'm a cook. All I did was cook food. I didn't do anything else.
That's all right.
Do you guys ever have anything spooky happen on base?
Well, at the housing base, yes. At my house, yes. Because I don't know if I brought that with me, and obviously they have other spirits there because I was in airborne and I was special forces. Well, I was 82nd and I was special forces. I was in special forces, so they were saying the 82nd model, and I think was airborne leads the way, something like that. Something like that. And they said on my spirit box, I was like, what the heck? I looked at my friend. I was like, dude, they just said a military model. I was like, we got a military person in here.
Wow.
I was like, this is crazy. I try to find out who it is, but there's so many different spirits in my house at the time. There are spirits that followed me, and my roommate kind of got upset because he's like, dude, you have all these spirits following you. It's like, why you tell these spirits to leave you alone and all that? I was like, I like them.
That's gotta be.
So I got a stuffy nose.
That's gonna be Marcus.
Yep.
So, have you ever played around with like a Ouija board or anything?
No.
Yeah.
It has to be with the right person.
I bought one, but I was like, we're not doing this in the house.
It has to be with the right person at the right location at the right time.
Yeah, and you gotta know how to close it properly too.
Yeah. They got to be the person who's doing it with me. Got to be the professional, because I don't know what to do. Because I'll leave it open and be like, come, let's have fun.
Well, then maybe you'll get raped.
Yeah, get right. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'd want to leave a Ouija board open, man, because some bad mojo could come through.
I know some places they left Ouija boards open, and one place had like a Ouija board cut in half.
Oof, duh.
I was like, oh, uh-oh. I said, I don't know what the backstory about this, but that don't look good. I said, and you left it here? It sounds like you didn't know what to do with it, so you cut it in half and you left it here.
Oh, no.
When I was young, I had one, and still in high school, and we played with it, and I know how to use it, and I shut it down with these people, whatever, and we go. Well, I went one day, and my neighbor got a hold of it, and I told her, don't use it alone, and she's over there, and she's using it, and I can tell, so I'm coming from work, and I find her, and she's hanging out of her window upside down, stuck in her window, because it slammed the window shut on her.
Oh, no.
Oof, duh.
So I just kind of walked by her and said, so, you want help, or are you good now? So she didn't say nothing. I said, all right, I guess you're good. And she goes, no, help me. I said, you gonna stop playing with it now when I tell you not to? Yes. I said, okay. So I took it away from her and closed it up, and I said, no, don't play with it anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know I got this from Ghost Adventures, because when they were at some abandoned place and they had it's not like a pentagram, it was something else. It was like a goat face, the goat thing. And what they did is they put the spirit box next to it and started communicating with it. So I saw the upside down pentagram at a place where I was at. I put the spirit box next to it, and oh my God, the voices was just coming through. I couldn't understand what they're saying, but I was like, what's going on? I took it away. I was like, that's too much. I don't know what's happening. That's too much. I turned off the spirit box. I walked away. I took a break. I was like, that's too much for me.
Right.
I was like, that's a lot of going on. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My mother-in-law, they used to live on a farm that was had spirits and whatnot. And her little sister were playing with a Ouija board one time, and whatever they had contacted had gotten pissed. And it took the cursor and literally launched it off the board and stuck it into the wall.
Wow.
And after that, my mother-in-law was like, nope, not ever again. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I need that in my life. I'm over here trying to make something happen out of them. Maybe I just need to be quiet and just not pay attention.
I'm just going to leave this voice recorder on, leave this camera rolling. I'm just going to walk out of the room.
Yeah. I'm going to go make some food. I'll be right back. Set up security cameras and get them. Put DVRs up.
Do you get those police cameras that they mount on their chest?
Oh, yeah. We should get some of them. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't have to worry about holding them at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Your arm won't get sore.
Oh, shoot. I cannot.
So where do you think you'll investigate next?
I don't know. I'm still trying to know this city.
Yeah, I guess
This is a big city.
Together.
I've been doing. What's that?
Are you in Spokane Valley? Is that where you're at?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big city. A lot of things going on here. A lot of drug addicts. A lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like recently, like, activities actually picked up, like, everywhere, too. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know that's. I be hearing things, and I'm just like, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Because my girl would be like, "What's that? That's nothing. That's just a fridge making noise. I don't know." I was like, "Go back to sleep."
Right.
You ever like come across like perfume smells and there's like no one around that you would have got that scent from?
I mean, when nobody's around, sometimes I hear my name being called. I'm like, "There's nobody here. Why is my name? Who is that?" I think it's somebody else. So I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" Nobody's home, just me. I'm just like, "All right, I'm gonna use the restroom and I'm gonna stay in there."
Oh, that's actually something that was that you and Carr that happened to at the Boyd house?
Which
the perfume smell.
I think maybe Kara. I don't remember that.
I remember somebody talking about it when we were there, and I was trying to remember who it was.
The only smell I smelled was when I was with Jonathan around his area. It was in the woods. There was like a waterfall behind the abandoned place, and we smelled something funky. Really didn't know what the smell was. It just smelled nasty. So we're just like, And then Jonathan didn't know there was a waterfall behind. He was like, "Yeah, there's a waterfall." I was like, "When we're smelling something and we're hearing something, something's not good in the woods." He's like, "We got to go because there's something in the woods."
Right.
So we went to another place instead after we investigated because Jonathan felt like it was unsafe because he felt that, he sensed it, and we smelled something weird.
Yeah.
So he's like, "All right, we gotta leave. We did enough here. We gotta go because something bad's gonna happen if we stay." I was like, "All right, let's go."
We actually kind of had something like that at our last investigation too. We went out to check out like a hilltop, like where a house used to be, and they were talking and like asking questions and whatnot. And I'm sitting there with my big flashlight, and I'm sitting there looking across this big giant open field, and I could see sets of eyes in the tall grass, literally watching us. And I mentioned it to the rest of the people that were out there with me right away. I'm like, yeah, no, this probably is not a safe situation. And it's an area that I grew up in and that I used to deer hunting in. And I know that there's coyotes, I know there's wolves, I know there's mountain lions. So it was like, yeah, it's probably time to go back to the house.
Gotta be fresh meat.
Tasty morsel.
Yeah, no, there's coyotes in Washington. So when you hear them, all that crazy stuff, all right. I mean, pack up our bags. We're done.
Yeah, they're not bad.
All right, so we are over the hour mark. So Marcus is probably going to want me to end here pretty soon. Anything that you want to put out there or say before we leave?
Well, it's been a while since I was in a paranormal scene, paranormal world. So this is my first interview in a long time because I've been gone. I disappeared. But yeah, it's cool. Hopefully I get back on my feet soon with the paranormal. I have to fix a couple of equipment. I got to fix my SLS. I got to fix my 360 motion sensor. And then hopefully be back. I also got to buy new cat balls because I lost them. And make sure I got my batteries. I'll probably have to buy I have to buy a case because the bag that I take, it just, nothing protects it and just everything flies everywhere. And I don't want to break anything because the thing that I broke was a 360 sensor, which was $300 for that little thing. So
yeah,
I spent a lot of money on equipment. So there's a couple of things that's broken I need to fix.
Oh, I feel you there.
Yep.
Me and Cara, my wife, we put quite a bit into our equipment, and yeah, it would suck. It's some of it would break.
Yeah, mine just goes with me.
Hopefully, like 2023, I'll come back because I'm not gonna come back into this icy cold weather. I can't do it. I probably can do it without the ice.
So in the future, if anybody wants help with editing, get a hold of Austin from iSpook.
Yep.
Give me something to do.
And we will see you next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You take care.
Bye,
You too.
guys.
It's been coming up like sun above. It's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. It's at our core when we come together. They will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear, and then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here, come on. Yeah, we started